Hey everybody, it's Carol with Refunction Crafts, and I'm going to bring you another rolled rose video. I know I made a video not too long ago where I made my rolled roses, but apparently that video, well, not apparently, for sure, that video was not the very best quality video that I've ever made. And it was really hard to see what I was doing, so I decided that I wanted to make another video doing my rolled roses. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to make two of them. I'm working right now on making some appliques and things, and in my last video that's what I did. I don't know which one's coming out first because I just did that one 5 minutes ago, and so now we're going to do this video. But anyway, I'm going to make a cream colored one, kind of an ivory, and a dusty rose flower. So to get started, I have two circles. I'm going to make one bigger, one smaller. I like to make these in all sizes, but the one thing that I do need to do before I do anything else is to get this cloth out from under me, because the glue is going to stick to it. And the glue is going to stick to this as well. Trying to see if I have some parchment paper handy here that I can put underneath me. Hang on just a second, you guys. I know I have some right here. Let's just tear a piece of this off. Hopefully, oh, it's empty. Oh no, I know I've got the roll somewhere. Darn. Is it right behind me here? No. Well. Let's see. I had it out just the other day. Well, this might work, but I don't know if I can get it to stay down. I'm just going to quickly tear a piece of this off and set it down here and hope that I can get it to stay once I put stuff on top of it. There we go. And there we go. There. All right, you guys. I just need something that the glue won't stick to real badly, and this has a shiny surface, so it should do pretty well. So here's one of my circles. There's my other one, and we will just start out with the cream colored flower. So the first thing we're going to do to get these ready to make is I've got about a 2-inch strip cut of chiffon fabric. My favorite fabric to make these with is chiffon. I just love chiffon regardless. I love working with it, and I love it, especially when you're looking for these ragged edges, which I am not in this particular case, but I tear my strips, and this is just what happens, and that's okay because you're not going to see that once the flower is made. So all I'm going to do is go along the bottom side, and I'm going to put glue and glue the top and bottom together. So just like that, very simple. I like to try and do as much as I can at one time, and this paper is awesome because this glue will not stick to it at all. It's that slippery, so that's awesome. I think I need to keep that around. I was going to throw this away, but you can bet I'm not throwing it away now. This is going to become a tool in my shop. Okay. And just takes a minute to get this part done, and then you're ready to make your roses. And maybe we should just do both strips right now, and that way they'll both be ready to to make. Okay, so there's our white one, all ready to go. Let's get our dusty rose. This is a little bit wrinkly and stuff, but it's all right. Isn't that kind of the purpose of shabby chic? Nothing is perfect. Nothing has to be perfect. It needs to be a little shabby and a little chic. So that's what we will get with these rolled roses. And these are so fun to make, you guys. This is kind of like therapy for me. It gives me a chance to just kind of sit down quietly, do something I love to do. It's not difficult. It doesn't take a lot of brain work or a lot of thinking or prep work or anything like that. It's just a simple thing that I like to do. You know, I keep saying I'm going to make some of these and I'm going to sell them in my shop, and I have yet to put any of my rolled roses in my shop. I use them in projects, and I know they would probably sell really well. I don't get them in there. I had made some other roses where you cut, you know, all of the individual petals from ribbon, like satin ribbon. And I made a bunch of those, and I did put those in my shop, and they sold pretty well. But I haven't put any of my other flowers in there since. Just the ones that might be in an applique or something that I've made, you know. You'll get them in stuff that I've made, but not just the flowers. Okay, so now we've got that strip done, and this strip is probably, this one's over a yard long. This one's probably about a yard of fabric, but you don't really have to have that much fabric. I just tear it and I start with the entire strip. I don't really worry about how long it is at the time that I prep it, because whatever piece I cut off, I'll save it and use it to make like small little rosebuds or, you know, something like that. So I think we're gonna make this the small one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue around half of the edge of this, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna start scrunching it together and just kind of ruffling it up and pressing it down. It's that easy, you guys. Not difficult at all, and it's, like I said, it's fun and therapeutic, and I just love making these. You're going to go around the entire outside edge. Now it gets a little bit stiff at the edge where you're scrunching it up just because you've got glue in there. So you want to try and put as thin a strip of glue as you can when you're putting those edges together, just to keep it from being too stiff, you know, in such a manner that you can't bend it. Because I've done that before. I've gotten so much glue on there that I could barely bend the fabric to put it down. And so now I'm going just a little bit inside of my last row of glue. And I'm going around again, and I'm just going to keep going around until I get towards the end, and then we've got to do, that's where really, if there's any harder part about it, it's that part, just getting the bud in the center right. And it's not hard, you guys. It really isn't. It might take you a couple of times, so don't get frustrated if you start making one of these and it doesn't come out quite right the first time. After you've done it a couple of times, or you know, it might take you 3 or 4 times to get the groove that you need. But you'll get it, and it's just not that difficult. It's just, you know, going around and pressing it down and taking that glue and bringing it in a little bit more for the next round, and just like that. And before you know it, you will have a beautiful, beautiful flower. And you can do these where you put a center in them, or you can make them without a center. I tend to make a lot of mine without centers in them. But if you want to put a center in it, then that middle portion is not as hard. So if you want to make it easier on yourself, you can do it with a piece of bling in the center, and you just don't have to worry about having that rose bud center. I just, personally, I like a flower that's completed. But then I do also love the ones with the rhinestone centers. So it just depends on what I'm doing as to which way I will make my rolled roses. And it would be best if you had a little spatula to push this down with, so that you're not getting glue all over your fingers and or burning yourself. Because I do tend to do that. I burn myself, and it hurts a little bit. Although my glue gun does not get super duper hot, so it's not too bad. I don't get like bad burns or anything. And I'm in the center now, and I'm just about at the part where I have to change it up a little bit. And this one's going to have the rose bud in the middle of it. So, okay. Let me make sure I've got that kind of popping out a little bit so that I don't glue down those edges, because you want to be careful. That's where you have to be careful not to glue this piece into this piece and have it all kind of scrunch up. So I'm going to judge sort of how much I need to make a rosebud on this. And I know that if I do it, say, right about there, that should be good. And I'm just going to start, I'm going to fold this edge down, and then I'm going to sort of round it out a little bit, and then start gluing this just like that, going in a circle. And then sometimes I'll even take it and kind of, I like to scrunch it up a bit. So I'll take it like that and just kind of scrunch it back a little bit and press it all together. Just to kind of give it a little bit more of a natural look. I mean, not that these look like real roses necessarily, but some of these girls that make them on YouTube come pretty darn close to making roses that look like real roses. And those are mostly the ones that are like the ones I was telling you about earlier, where you make the petals and you put the petals together. And I'm still trying to figure that whole process out and get good at it. I've been working at it, but I don't have it perfected enough to where I feel like, okay, I can do another video on that and I'm going to get it just right. So I'm just pressing this in with this little stick here that I have and pressing it down, and we have a beautiful, beautiful rolled rose. Isn't that gorgeous, you guys? I love these so much, and you can see the bud in the center is really nice. It came out just perfect. And that was easy peasy. So this next one that we're going to make, I will do one where I will put a center in the middle of it. I've got so much glue all over my thumb. It's crazy. It's all up under my fingernails and everything. But it comes off pretty easy. Okay. So now we've got our other felt circle, and these you can make any size you want. The smaller the circle, of course, the smaller you're going to make your rose. So just remember that if you want a big rose. Now see this smaller circle, this is about 1.5 inches, and it made about, I'm going to say this is almost a 3-inch rose. 2.5 to 3 inches. So again, I'm going to go around 1/2 of it and just start doing the same thing. I'm just going to start pressing it down, scrunch and press, scrunch and press, just like that. I certainly wish I didn't have to go to work today, you guys. I would love to just stay home. It looks like it's going to rain outside. We've had the weirdest month. This whole last month has been strange for California weather. We've had more rain than I've seen in many, many years during the summer in California. It's nuts. We don't get rain in the summertime, very rarely. There might be 1 or 2 little monsoonal storms that we get. Nothing crazy. But even that is rare. It's not every year. And this year we got monsoon type weather. We had some pour down storms where it rained. One day it rained from morning, actually I think it rained for like 2 days straight almost. And one of those 2 days it rained from sun up till sundown and then some. It was just crazy. We're just not used to that kind of stormy weather in California. Not even in the wintertime, let alone in the summer. So you can see I'm just going around and around, and you can see my circle in the middle is getting smaller and smaller. So I've had some time to myself this afternoon, and I'm just enjoying it, doing my crafting, and this is pretty much what I do every day. I get up in the morning and I sit and have a little bit of coffee, and then I start crafting. And I craft usually up until 1 or 2 hours before I have to be at work. And sometimes I even forget to eat, which that's not a good thing to do, but I do it quite often. So I'll grab a snack before I leave and snack a little bit and then go on to work. And then I just take a little snack to have on my 15-minute break because I only work a part-time job, so it's not too bad. I like it. I've got some really nice girls that I work with, and I get to be a little social. It gets me out of the house, and it's pretty nice. I like it. Can't tell you where I work, but I do enjoy it. It's nothing like the stressful jobs I've held over the years. I'm not managing people or anything like that now, so I think that's why I like it so much. I think people have a hard time imagining that I would be a supervisor of any kind or manage a staff of any kind, because I'm not a super pushy person or aggressive or assertive. You know, that's just not me. But I did manage over the years to be able to manage people and do it well without ever really having to be that boss, you know. I think people enjoyed working for me, so that's always a good thing. Of course, I managed volunteers at the same time, so when you're managing a volunteer staff, they're not there because they're getting a paycheck. They're there because they want to be there and they're volunteering their time to do something good. So that was a blessing for me, because volunteers are the most amazing people you will ever know in your life. And it's very sad to say a lot of my volunteers that did work with me are gone now. They were all up in age back when I was working with them, and I haven't seen most of them in so long. And I know I've kind of kept in touch with some of them, and I know I've lost a good number of them just because they were up in age. They were all retired people, and I had one volunteer that was still volunteering with me at the age of 98. The sweetest woman you ever wanted to meet or have the honor of working with. And she just didn't want to sit at home. She wanted to be out and helping people, because she felt like if she could get around, she could get out there and help somebody. And man, did she ever. She was the sweetest lady. She was actually one that enjoyed reading the Bible to people. So in hospice, you have to be careful of that, because not everyone is religious and not everybody believes the same. And so you have to be respectful of people's differences. And so when we would have a patient that, you know, wanted somebody to come and read the Bible to them, we could call her up, and she used to go out with another lady that volunteered with me, and the two of them would go together and they would take turns reading the Bible verses to patients. And oh, the patients just adored them. Just adored them. They were lovely, lovely ladies. I always say that was the best job in the whole world. Volunteers are the best people to work with. I'm trying to find a center for this, so give me just a second, you guys. I've got that. Trying to find something that's round and not too big, so I don't have a lot of those. That's a pretty one. Let's see. This is, no, that's rectangle. I thought it was square. Oh, I know. I do have something. Let me grab my... I'm sorry about the crinkling, you guys. I have to do it for a second. Not those, not those. Let's see, I've got those. But those are not the ones I want. Of course, it's going to be the last bag I find in here. Not those. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, you guys. I know that there are people that don't like the crinkling of plastic and paper. But I'm trying to search through a box, you guys. And of course, these are down at the bottom of the box. There we go. They're so heavy, they sunk down to the bottom. Okay, so I've got these pink ones. And I think, yes, I do have a round one. And that looks really pretty because this flower is somewhat small. I'm going to get a clear one out too and see if the clear one looks better. These are the gems that my friend Robin sent me. And she sent me so many of them and they're so beautiful. Let's find a round one if we have one. Ooh, I think I've only got one clear round one. Let's see, do I like the clear or do I like the pink? I really kind of like the clear, and I've also got this, and that looks pretty in there. It's another little flower, but I think I like the rhinestone better. I've got this, but this is kind of an oval shape, but I could still probably make it work if I wanted to. I've got this. No, that doesn't work. Oh, I have a bigger clear one. Oh, this one has like a tail on it though. Yeah, I don't want to use that because I might want to use that for something else and keep the tail on it. I wonder what a square one would look like in there, just for the heck of it. Actually, that looks really pretty with a square one in it. Square, circle. Yeah, we'll go with the circle. I think I like that one the best. Oh, and I've also got this green one. And that actually does look pretty, but I think I like the clear the best. So we're going to stick with that. I'm just trying very hard to keep these in their respective bags with the colors that match them so that I don't get them all mixed up and then have to really search when I want one of a certain color. Okay, so there's that. Put the pink one back. Put those away. And I don't know what I did to the lid of my box. Oh, there it is. I like to keep the lid on that because if it spills over, it's going to make a big mess. Okay, so we've got our little round one. I have a little dot, a little speck of glue in there, right there. So I want to make sure I cover that up for sure. And that's what was worrying me about using a small rhinestone, is that it might not cover it, but it will. I'm going to get my glue on there and very, very, very carefully pop that in there and cover that little spot. And I'm going to sort of press the flower in around this, trying to get it to sit up straight. Sit up straight, you rose. And there we go. That looks very pretty. Just a little something in the center, not much, just a little something to kind of make it pop a little bit. I have a little spot here that I don't have any glue. Whoops, now I put too much on there. It didn't stick underneath, and I want to very gently try and get a little dot of glue under there that I can press that down on top of. There we go. There, perfect. Perfecto. Okay, you guys, so that's it. That's 2 rolled roses in not too much time, and they're both beautiful, beautiful roses, and you can use these in any projects, on your memory boxes or your altered boxes, and on prayer boxes, and journals and things like that. These are fairly flat. You can see they're not real deep. This one especially came out nice and flat. I like when they come out like that because sometimes you want something that's really flat and not going to take a lot of space. This one has got a little bit more height to it, but still perfect, perfect, perfect for one of these appliques that I just made. It would go really, really nice on something like this. Look at that. It would be beautiful on one of these appliques. In fact, that's probably where I'm going to use these, is on these appliques, because I'm going to be making some more of those. I am going to be trying to give away one of these appliques. Maybe not this one or the other one that I made. I'm going to be making some more. But I am going to be probably giving one of these appliques away to one of my winners for July or August for my Etsy shop giveaway. And I also have my 8,000 subscriber giveaway that I still have to do. So I've got a lot to get taken care of, and you guys deserve your prizes, whoever wins those, and shame on me for not doing it sooner. I've just been so busy that I've been sidetracked a little bit, but you guys, I will get those done. Those giveaways are really very important to me to make sure that they happen. And that's why I said, you know, I'm kind of ashamed of myself for not getting it done sooner. But everyone who participated in the video, the gecko video, just to give you guys a hint, because although the video does say you had to wait, or you had to respond within a certain amount of time, if you comment on that video, you will be eligible for the prize. So get over there. That's all I'm going to tell you about it. It's a video on a gecko, and you'll have to watch the video to know what to do. But yep, that's the one that I'm going to pull comments from to draw my winner for my 8,000 subscriber giveaway. So, and pretty soon we're almost up on our 9,000 subscriber giveaway. So you guys, you really, really helped me get almost 1,000 subscribers in a very short time. I appreciate that so much. So anyway, that's it for this video today. God bless you all. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel. And make a comment, give it a thumbs up, because all of that helps my channel. Share my videos. Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how much sharing helps me to get noticed by YouTube. So, and also, if you have friends and family that like to craft, maybe they'd like to get in here and watch some of my videos and learn how to craft themselves. So I do so many different kinds of crafts that there's got to be something in there for everybody, right? So anyway, y'all take care. Stay safe, stay well, love your families, give them hugs often, tell them you love them every day, and God bless you all. Stay tuned for pictures on the back end. Thanks so much. God bless. Bye-bye.